After a months-long budget impasse, we're finally getting a look at how state lawmakers plan to spend the state's $30 billion budget this coming year. WRAL obtained those documents last night. They include raises for teachers and state employees, a personal income tax cut, and a big expansion of school vouchers. And they would legalize more gambling. WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie joins us live from the Legislative Building with the next steps. Laura, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Renee. GOP leaders have decided to tie Medicaid expansion to a massive expansion of gambling in this state. To put it another way, if lawmakers don't approve new casinos and slot machines, then more than 500,000 low-income North Carolinians will not get Medicaid coverage. House and Senate leaders initially made Medicaid coverage dependent on expansion, dependent on the passage of the state budget, which is why it's been held up for a long time. But now they've split the budget into two bills. One includes the regular budget spending, like there's an average raise, for example, of 7% over 2 years for teachers and state employees. The other bill would let Medicaid expansion begin, but it would also legalize up to 4 casinos in this state and allow video slot machines statewide as long as they're overseen by the State Lottery Commission. Democrats are condemning the move, saying GOP lawmakers are holding people who need health care hostage to get more gambling. House Speaker Tim Moore didn't like that language, but he didn't deny that the two are now linked. He says he thinks the House will pass the budget, but he's not sure about the gambling and Medicaid bill.
I don't know what that vote total is right now. I'm not going out and lobbying for it per se. I have gone in and said I hope folks will look at it and will consider voting for it. But if members have a problem with it, an objection to conscience, that's up to them.
Now, those votes are expected to come later this week, possibly as soon as tomorrow, although Moore said that the Medicaid and gambling bill is literally still being negotiated, so I'm not sure about that. It's also not clear at this point whether the Senate has the votes to pass both of these bills. We'll have more on that for you later today.
We appreciate you staying on top of this story, a bill that will affect every person in the state. Thanks, Laura.